Hello friends, we are here today for me to show you how to make our card for Stamp Technique Club in November. We are making a lot of cute projects using the Dear Santa set. Our technique is called the Magic Card. We're going to make a cute little magic card that when you open looks like you can't even remotely figure out how that works, but we'll break it down. And we're going to make two more cute little cards with the Dear Santa set. So what you'll need for this class is your natural tone blending markers, or whatever markers you use for skin tones. I pulled some markers to use for hair, so whatever hair colors you want your cards to be in. And then I'll look in the buckets. Let's see. We need a red, like a blue, either Night of Navy or boho blue. Some browns. I'm using Pecan Pie, Pool Party. I'm using Granny Apple Green, more red, and more Night of Navy / boho blue, whatever you have. And then you'll need a real red ink pad, a Memento ink pad, and a StazOn black ink pad. And I'm sure I'll come up with something else before we get done here, but that's what I have for you. So you want to grab the Dear Santa set 164-303 to complete your projects at home. You could also use a graphic set that has cute graphics that can be colored in. So let's just start with our magic card. We are going to use, I've used some of this Reindeer Days Designer Series paper. It's adorable. It's what we used at the stamp retreat. And I have the dimensions for this in the PDFs as usual, so no need to worry. But just so you'll know, this is a 5.5 by 12 piece. I've cut a hole in it and scored it at 4 and 4. And then I did shave about 1/8 of an inch off of one of the edges, just so it folds well. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is deal with our card base that's made from designer paper. You can see from the amount of designer paper that this uses that this is a great way to get rid of your designer paper. I don't know if you have a problem with having more designer paper than you can use, but some of us do. And this is a great way to use it up. So your card will fold in like this, okay? And don't worry, you're not even going to see that. What you want to pay attention to is the orientation of the designer paper on the front, so you know that this is the front of your card. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to open it, and on this left edge, we got to find that left edge, and then we're going to use this bigger piece of basic white that has a score line in it. Okay, so you can see there's a little score line on the edge. I believe it's 3/8 of an inch, but it's all in the PDF. And you're going to use some tear and tape. I wouldn't use anything else besides tear and tape, or maybe Stamp and Seal, but you definitely don't want to use glue, because you don't want any glue inside this mechanism, because it's got to slide. And I know this because I used glue on my first card and it did not work. All right, so what you're going to do to line this up, you're lining this. This is the part that the piece that the slider piece slides on. So this is the stationary part. So you're lining this edge up with the left side of your card. Remember, this is the left side of my card, so keep it facing you. Line it up with the left side of your card, and then line it up with this crease. Okay, so you're going to kind of look and see where that crease is, and you're just going to shove that corner into it and then lay this down on top of it. That's the easiest way to get it tight into that crease. Okay, so then this is your little fold that's folded right into that crease, right? And then the next thing you're going to want to do is take a circle punch. Any circle punch will do. I'm using, this one's actually retired, 1.5. You can use the 2, whatever punches we have, and you're just going to come in here, and you don't want to go too far in. You just want to go a little bit in, and then center it with this hole that I've made using the Countryside Corners dies. I've already done that for you. So you've got a little notch, okay? You're just notching that front part. And then once you've got that notch, you can close your card. So we're going to use Stampin' Seal to do that. Let me remember how that closes. So you can tell which way it closes easier because it just closes easier. So I'm just going to take some Stampin' Seal Plus. Come on. And use it to close up this card. So that is going to be that. All right. So now we have our stationery piece and our card base. Now we're going to create our slider piece. Okay. So you've got two pieces in here for the slider. You've got this clear acetate. It's a, what's it called? Oh my gosh, I can't think of what it's called in Stampin' Up! Terms. Window sheets. And then we have a piece of white that is the same size. Okay. So this is, the best way to do this is to use a stamp positioning tool. If you don't have a stamp positioning tool, I'll explain to you what to do at the end. So what we're going to do is first place, it really doesn't matter which piece you do first. I'm going to do the clear piece first. So make sure your piece is in there. Just center your image right there on the piece of clear, and it's probably easier to center it on your white and then get it set, but my stamp is in the center, so we're ready to go. And then I've got a StazOn ink pad, and we're going to get it nice and inky, and then I'm going to stamp my window sheet. Now StazOn is exactly what how it is described. It stays on anything. So it is great to stamp on, like, say, a coaster or anything that's non-porous. It will adhere to and be permanent. So be aware when you're using it that it's very strong. Now, if you're at home, I would wash this with StazOn cleaner. We have a specific cleaner for StazOn, and then use Memento for this next step. But I'm going to go ahead and use StazOn. It works fine, but Memento works better when you're blending. So when you're blending this card, coloring with blends, you want to be gentle. Oh, someone's watching. Who is watching? Say hello. All right, so there's that. Now, I want to remember something about that. Okay, so you've got your white piece and your clear piece. Now, this is important. You are not coloring the clear piece. Put the clear piece aside. Stop thinking about it, okay? You're coloring the white piece. And I am coloring it with Real Red, Boho Blue, or Night of Navy, and whatever else I decide. All right, let's give this girl, I have a lot of girls with red hair already. Let's make this girl have, you know what, I'm going to give her, no, I'm just going to give her brown hair. I'm going to use Pecan Pie here. So you decide who you're making this for, and you can kind of tailor what blends you're using based on the person or not. Just make a cute card. It doesn't matter. But the great thing about our Stampin' Blends is we have gobs of colors so that you can customize it to whatever you want. So I've got a Pecan Pie girl here. And then you're going to come in with your skin tone markers. Now, they're called natural tone blends, and I believe they come in medium, medium light. Hold on. Medium light. I looked this up the other day, and I listed it in the PDF. It goes from medium to deep. So medium, medium light. I don't know. Anyway, they come in packs of 2. And I know the darkest one is deep. Oh, light, medium light, medium deep and deep, something like that. So I'm gonna go with, I haven't done a 400 yet. Let's do a 400 card. You want to have a variety of cards to send to all of your, you know what, that's going to be really close in tone to her hair. Let's change. Let's do this one 800. So the great thing about our skin tones is you can make colors for all your friends, all the colors of the rainbow for all the colors of your friends. Now, when you're coloring over StazOn, you want to use a little bit lighter hand. So normally with Memento, I can just go all over that. But I'm just going sort of around that black and not trying to go over it as much, especially with the lighter colors. It works fine. And then I'm going to color her bow red, of course. And she is so cute. She is furiously writing her letter to Santa. She's probably just gotten in trouble. I don't know, but she cracks me up. And then we are going to get a light blue because she's wearing blue jeans. She's a casual girl. And you can come in with any color and color her shoes. I've got like, this looks like a pebbled path. You can do whatever. Or she could be wearing red socks. Oh, and don't forget her little hands are also, yeah. I don't remember what color skin I used. Was it 800? I think so. Yeah. So don't forget her hands. And then I chose to color the Christmas list. Like, you could leave it blank, but I thought it needed a little oomph to it. So I'm using ivory here, which used to be our only, we had one ivory and a bronze. So that was the limit of our skin tones. But now we have a wide range. So I went ahead and put my skin tones in a box and just drew out like what color they are, so I'll know what color I need when I need it. And I keep those separately in a box. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do with this sweet card is we are going to stamp our Dear Santa very close to our girl because this needs to be sort of in the center when we're sliding. All right, now we're going to take our clear piece and we're going to line it up exactly with our stamped piece. Now, it should line up easily because you stamp those exactly the same way. But you can see what I'm doing here. You can kind of move it around and get it like super perfect. So then you're going to put your clippy on the left. And then you're going to use any kind of adhesive. I'm going to just use Stampin' Seal Plus to come in here and create like a little sandwich with my, I punched out a circle and scored it down the middle for you. So this is just your kind of, your cute little pull tab. And then you can take this off. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come back in here. And we are going to stick our white piece behind the slider and the clear piece in front of the slider. And that is how you make your magic card. See? So cute. I could do this all day. Okay. And then I used my reindeer dies to, Reindeer Fun or Reindeer Days, I can't remember which. But we're going to put these together with liquid glue. If I can find any. In the bottom of my adhesive bag. Liquid glue to attach the red. Now, this is, you need to put this in your cart. This is called Festive Glimmer Paper. The colors I have here are Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, and it also comes with a Granny Apple Green version. So 12 by 12 sheets of Cherry Cobbler Garden Green and Granny Apple Green. Definitely a must-have for Christmas. And then we are going to use our dimensionals, which I have covered up, per usual, to pop up our little, what do you call it? Holly and berry. And that just gives it a little extra spice. So cute. So cute. All right, next card. We are going to make our little card in which our children are decorating the tree. And these little guys are so cute. They're two little friends or siblings, who knows, working together to trim the tree. I'm going to go ahead and put it together and get the pieces out of the way. So I've got Granny Apple Green on white. I just think this is a real fresh color scheme for Christmas. It's just, I don't know, I love it. And I'm going off of this Reindeer Days designer paper. I really wanted to use that Christmas tree pattern. I hadn't used it much yet, so I was really happy about that. I love when I can use a pattern that I haven't used before. And I see that I made that basically like completely off center, which some people do on purpose. I was not going for that. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just have to reboot. Yeah, I could tell you that wasn't going to work. Okay, but you guys get the picture. I'll fix that later. Center your regular piece in your designer paper on that card base. Okay, now we're going to take this. This is cut with the Greetings of the Seasons dies. A must-have for Christmas. You've got all these great tags. And we are going to use a Memento ink pad. And we are going to stamp these little kids right here. And while we've got our ink pad open, take your circle and stamp that. Oh my gosh. Stamp that. Our Memento got used for a while, so it's kind of needs more ink. Okay. Now, we are going to use Granny Apple and Pecan Pie. And I also grabbed a, let me see if I can find it. It must be rolling around here. It's a shaded spruce marker. It got out of its bucket. Oh, I see it on the other table. So just a Granny Apple plus a darker green will work, but I thought this one worked well. So we're going to come in here and we're going to color first with Granny Apple her dress, not the trim on her dress, not that lacy trim, just the dress part. And then we're going to color, I interpreted her socks to be green and white, and then I colored half of the little ornaments with Granny Apple Green, and then I've got this hat band for the little boy, and the pom-pom, Granny, and also these little stripes here. Then he's got the Granny Apple pants, but don't forget his little belly showing, because he's growing too fast and his pants don't fit anymore, and it's just getting on cold, so his mom hasn't gotten him new clothes yet. You know the drill. If you had kids, you know the drill. So now we're going to use our darker green to come in just to give him a little two-tone for his hat. And then we're going to let his too small shirt be good shaded spruce. And I don't know about you, but I will wear too small pajamas for forever because, I mean, why not? And I'm going to go ahead and give his shoes this color, but you can do whatever you want. Then I'm going to come in with I'm going to make these children a little darker. So we're going to go with the 300 for their skin. So these two guys, you've got their faces, which is obvious, but don't forget their ear and their hands and their neck. And then your little boy has, you've got to do his ears and neck, his ear and neck, but also don't forget his belly, because that's hanging out. And his hands. Now, you could also interpret that they're wearing mittens, but I did not. Oop, almost forgot his neck. Okay. Now, obviously his mouth is not white inside, but I don't think it's also the color of his skin. So I came in with like a little bit lighter skin tone and just gave him like a tongue. I just think leaving it white is too stark. And then we're going to come in with a 100 and get these little children's hair colored. So representation matters. It's fun to make cards that really go with the friends that you're sending them to. All right. Here we go. That's her hair. We've got this little boy. He has the cutest little hair. I love his hair. We're just coloring it in. All right. And the last thing we're going to color on this, oh, I forgot her legs. Her little legs are showing out right here. I knew something was wrong there. And I'm going to use pecan pie for this Christmas tree base. And then also I'm going to come back with my shaded spruce, fill in these little extra ornaments. And the last thing I'm going to do, which is kind of an artistic deal, is I'm going to come in with light crumb cake and give them some ground to stand on, because they're not just standing on the air, right? They're not jumping in the air. So just give them a little light crumb cake to be standing on. And I believe they're finished. Okay. Now we're just going to pop this up with dimensionals. Boop. Pop this up with dimensionals. And you are going to add this on with a mini glue dot. Okay. You guys are smart and can do that without me showing you how to do that. All right, next card is my third card, and this is my sweet little guy that's ice skating. And we're also going to use this, oh, I already stamped it, yay. We're going to use this tag, again, greetings of the season. And I'm using either boho blue or night of navy, a darker brown for his hat, and then I don't see my pool party. Oh, there it is. Light pool party. So let's just start with the pool party, and we're going to make a little ice rink for him to be skating on. He's not skating in the air, right? And then we're going to color his shirt. Oops, not his scarf. Okay. And we're going to color his pants. He's also a casual dude, so he's wearing blue jeans. But again, you can color yours however you want. I did leave his ice skates white because I love white ice skates. I'm going to color his scarf with, this is cherry cobbler, but you can use whatever color, whatever red you want. Super precious. And then his hat can be pecan pie. And he is scared because he's ice skating and he's never done it before. Oh my gosh, I've never been so scared than when I was ice skating. It's hard. Now, he is obviously outside and ice skating, so let's give him red mittens. So adorable. Now, I chose to give him, let's go with a 500 and just see what that looks like in the skin tones. If I can find the 500. It's probably going to be close to his hair, actually. That's okay. I'm sorry, close to his hat. There we go. And then we're going to go in with, I like this guy to have darker hair. So I'm going to use Pebbled Path. He's got dark hair. So there we go. It's our little boy. And we are going to use another strip of that festive festive glimmer paper here on this tag. Now, oh, I meant to tell you, when you're stamping, you want to stamp the sentiment first and then stamp the little boy very close to the sentiment. If you screw up and you don't leave a lot of space at the top, you can always shift your glimmer strip up off of the tag, right? So you can use that glimmer strip to make it look like the tag is actually taller than it is. This white goes inside, and then you're going to... This is actually some of the Nests of Winter designer paper. I've used the Pool Party, just the monochromatic Pool Party sections in there. It worked perfect for this. And then pop your little tag down. You can dimensionalize this or not. We were sort of like, oh, it looks cute both ways. And then I've got a red and white little bow using mini glue dots. You can stick that down. So that's our little ice skater. So you've got your little tree trimmers, your ice skater, and your cute little angry girl that is filling out her letter for Santa. Adorable. All right, friends. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to stamp with you again next month. Bye.